All right, all right. This is 365 Live, and this is 74 of 365. 74 of 365. Those of you who've been with me, y'all know what that means. If you have not, and this is your first time, 365 Live is my commitment to do 365 live videos. I started on February 1st, 2019, and I'll be finished on January 31st, 2020. We got to plan something big on that last date. I can't do it in my office. We're gonna give me some ideas. I guess sometime down the line. I think we got at least 200 something to go. So we're gonna have to do something big on our live videos. So I made this commitment to myself first to do this, and then by me making a commitment to myself to help others, everyone that's listening is getting some out of it, including myself. This is phenomenal. People are coming up to me, they're telling me the number that I'm on, right? They're telling me the number I'm on. Telling me they can't wait, telling me they're inspired, telling me they get some things out of it. So I'm not doing it in vain. I'm not doing it just to do it. I'm doing it for a purpose. That's to help others. Part of my life is a goal and purpose is to help others. And see, mine is narrow. Help people to get to that next level. Help people to get to that next level. If I can get you to that next level, and which is your level, not my level, your next level, then you can work some things out on that, and then we can move from there. So the hardest part sometimes is getting from one place to another. You ever tried to leave town, and you're going from one city to another on vacation, and the hardest part is what? Is getting out of town. If you can get out of town or get in that car and go, then you're closer to your destination. But the hardest part is what? Is usually getting in that car and go. Most people, other than if you got to catch a plane, a lot of times you can make it. But if you're driving, riding with someone, whatever, I guarantee you 90% of the people never leave on time, because the hardest part is getting in that car and go, and getting in that car and go. That's the same thing about getting to the next level. The hardest part is getting to that first destination, that first win, that first past that challenge, that first opportunity. So I try to help people get to that. And a lot of times it's really a tweak here or tweak there. That's why my business page, which I'm gonna have to switch back over to my business page, is I try to help people find out one or two tweaks to get there to the next level. And the reason I have some experience with this, I tell people that when I was going through life, I had a big drop off, and my drop off was, say, from here, and I went down to the bottom. You can't see me, right? And it was so low that I had to try to get back to the top, but surpass the top to kind of make it work out, or make things work out. So what happened was when I discovered how to get from here, let me stand up, to there, then I found out I did certain things over and over and over, and I put those into my book. This is my book, one of my books, called From Word to Winning. And I put that in my book, and now I have created a coaching program, some other things that go along with that, newsletters, all those things, called A Word to Winning Solution. So I'm walking through a lot of that stuff for free with people here, because I just have a desire to help people. And one of the things to life, and one of the things to really get things moving is giving. So this is part of my giving. This is part of my commitment to myself. I'm learning some things for myself. Hopefully you'll learn some things. And look, when I said I had to go from, I know I keep doing this, people gonna watch the video and say, what are you doing? I went from here, right, all the way in, we can't see me, right, to all the way past here. It took me a lot to get there, and that's where the Words to Winning Solution. But the key is this: you don't have to go that far, right? You probably only have to go here, a tweak here, a tweak there to get it. So within my journey, within the things that I tell you, then you may not need them all. It may not be as difficult for you, but since I've basically led the way, been there, done that. If you jump on board, stay focused, get some things done, you can get there. Now, I don't know why I said like a pitch tonight, but it's not a pitch, but it's just real. The fastest way to get to your goals this days in 2019 is coaching. One-on-one coaching is the fast way. I have had one coach. Well, I have many coaches, but right now I have two. Okay, I have two coaches, and they're helping me get there faster, do things in a different way, and see things in a different light. This is one of the things they told me to do. They said if you do a live video every day for 365, all the clients will fall in place. You'll get better. You'll be able to reach your financial goals, reach your business goals, all those things just by giving. So I was like, wow, that's a different way of seeing things. A coach helps you see things different ways, and they really, because they're objective, because they're seeing things. I always say a lot of times you can't see the picture because you're in the frame. You can't see the pictures because you're in the frame, meaning this. I'm looking, when I'm not looking into the camera, I'm looking at things from my point of view. I see things from my point of view. My world is from my perspective. All the things is from my experiences, from my education. I can only see it that way. But what the coach is, they're objective and they're looking at you, right? They're looking at you, and then you're telling them about the experiences. You're telling them about your resources. You're telling them about certain things depending on which way they coach. And then they help you get past the kinks and find the fastest way to get to your goals, your aspirations, and dreams. In a nutshell, that's what I do when I work with people one-on-one. That's one form I do one-on-one. Then sometimes we do some group coaching, and then sometimes what I call a keynote to a large number of people. So that's where some of the things I do. But the secret is if you want to accelerate, individual coach. If you want to accelerate not as fast, group coaching. If you want to accelerate not as fast as that, then go to a seminar. And then if you really want to go slow, you really want to take your time, try doing it on your own. I'm not saying you can't do it on your own, but for me, until I got a coach, it accelerated things in terms of my business, in terms of even seeing myself different, those type of things. So that's just a little thing about, coaching and keynoting and speaking, because people have been asking me about that. I'm so excited too. I'll be sharing some more with you. I just thought about I'll be in Virginia Beach doing some things in about a couple of weeks. So I share that with you. So just some things about coaching, but we started off with, is just really helping people get to that next level, because I'm seeing people now, they're telling me what number they're, hey, you're on 74 tonight. What time you be on 74? And this is 74 tonight. And then they're, my cousin, he gave me a name for the whole thing, 365. And then my wife added live. Now I know it probably makes sense to you, but I mean, again, that's almost a form of coaching. I didn't see it because I can't see the picture because I'm in the frame. But my quote unquote coach for the name was my cousin. He was like, hey, 365. He kept on saying, yeah, I can't wait till the 365. And then my wife, a couple weeks later, was like, wait, hey, 365, you doing your 365 live tonight? You doing 365 live? I was like, well, that's the name, 365 live. That's how we break it through. So that's just an example of how coaches work, how coaches can see things, and how coaches can help you just in general about some things. So that's where we are. I'm so excited to help people. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I'm so excited that we're on 74. The commitment that I made, the commitment that you've made to me, I really appreciate that. And again, share this information with people. Share it on your page. Share it in your group. Share it with family. Because then now you got an opportunity to give, and when we give, right, things will come back to us. So don't be selfish about it. Don't just hoard it. Share it, spread it around. And if you have specific questions, told you before, you can inbox me, make a comment right here. If you want to text me or whatever, then I can hit certain topics if you like, or if you have a specific question that you want in private, I can handle that. I'm just wide open in terms of being open to ideas and being open to say, yes to people, to help people along, to get those things done. So I'm just excited. Just want to update you on some things, how it was going, and things I'm hearing from people, positive. One gentleman, he wanted me to do more summary. So I'm trying to get the name. I put the name of whatever the concept we talked about, or the principle, on the top, and trying to be more descriptive with that, so that when you go back to review some, then if you're looking for a particular topic or you're looking for a subject, you can just read it up the top. So just trying to get better with that to make it easier for people to use. Because right now we're talking about 74 videos right now of 100% top of the line, top notch personal development content to help you in your area of business, in your area of promotion, and your personal area. So you may have to go back and look through it. If you're looking through it now, I'm trying to put it at the top, 365 live, then I put the number, then whatever it is, then you can find it. Okay. So I don't know why, tonight just felt like I wanted to slow down a little bit do some review, let everybody know where we are, what we're doing, those type of things. And the other thing too is I'm going to be switching back over to my business page. Still be on Facebook, still be live, but I'm switching over on my business page, because one of the reasons I stopped on my business page because it started being fuzzy, and they was dropping in the middle of it, and I don't know if something was going on with Facebook at the time or with that. And now I think the glitches are out. I'm gonna switch back from my personal page to my business page, but I'll still be doing them every night. And the other thing too, I forgot, someone told me that if you want to be notified, you have to click some type of button or something on the screen somewhere that says, notify me or give me a notification when Dwayne Bennett is on, whether it's personal. So if you want to know, click that notification, a pop up, I think, on your page, that, and let other people know. So that's all I can think of in terms of review, where we are, what we're doing, where we're going, those things. But one of the concepts I wanted to drop tonight, is on balance. And I was thinking about yesterday when we were talking about living out your full potential and how you live out your full potential. We said you win your day. If you win every day, then you can live out your full potential, because you'll be progressively moving forward each time. And when I thought about that too, this is a concept a lot of people talk about is, balance. People are like, well, how do you balance it out? How do you get this done, that done, this done, that done? And this is the truth. And this is going to help a lot of people. When it comes to reaching your goal, your dream, or your aspiration, for that goal, dream, aspiration, or vision, then there is no balance for that. You have to go for that, put time in that, and then you have to make that the priority over other things. Okay, now let me stop a minute and talk about balance. When we talk about balance, what's usually the symbol that comes to people's mind when they talk about balance? Think about that for a second. Matter of fact, if you want to put it in a comment, you can put it in a comment. Make us a class tonight, right? But when you think about balance, the symbol that people usually comes to your mind when you think about balance is what? Nobody want to put anything down there? All right. It's scales, right? Usually scales. When you think about balance, scales. And with scales is, in order for them to be in balance, then the same weight on one side is the same weight on the other side. It's like a seesaw. The same weight on one side, the same weight on the other side keeps the seesaw level. But if it's heavier on one side, then it tilts. So that's usually the symbol when we talk about balance. But when you're going after your goal, your dream, or aspiration, more so like the seesaw, then you must have more time, more focus, more vision, more priorities on one side to be off balance in order to get there. And what I mean by this is, and I'll give you an example shortly, is, say for instance, we're looking at 100%. If you want to reach that goal, the dream, and aspiration, and it's 4 things you need to do. It can't be 25 your goals and 25 work and 25 family or 25 sports. It has to be probably 50, at least 60% of your time, resources, and focus on reaching that goal, dream, aspiration. Stay with me. 50, 60, 70% of the 100 on your goals, your dreams, and aspirations, right? So if it's 70%, then that leaves what? That leaves 30%. Then the other aspects of your life or the things you have to do, then you can balance those out. So of the 30, then we'll convert that to 100. Then you can kind of maybe divide those out to balance them. All right. Does that make sense? So the thing about it is, to get there, then your goals, your dreams, and aspirations is going to be off balance. It's not going to be a balance when people talk about how you balance it out. Your goals, your dreams, and aspirations are going to take up most of your time, most of your resources, most of your thinking, most of your sweat, your tears, not to cry, right? To get through some things, all those things, 70%, some people 80%, at least 60%. And then the other 40%, the other 30%, then you can balance out the other things that you have to do with that. Okay, so if there's any type of balance, it's not the balance with going for it, but it's the balance with the other things. Okay, and this is what I mean. Give a real world example. I was writing when I was writing my first book. This book is can you see it? And put up there so you can see it. The 7 winning ways to college success from high school to college graduate. Right, and this book is a blueprint for high schoolers and college students to work out a success program so they can move through high school, first year, second year college, and graduate on time. All right. what people have been doing now. Matter of fact, I think it's on Thursday, I'm gonna be at a middle school. They've been calling me to middle school because in middle school, that's when we have to aim our children, aim our students to post-secondary education, meaning getting ready for college. So we can't wait till high school year to say, hey, you're going to college. We have to start looking at middle school. So this book, what it does is it helps middle schoolers, high schoolers, and college students focus on planning for their own success, right? Graduating on time and giving them the courage and inspiration and things they need to do that. That's all in this book. It's not only theory, but it's like a workbook too, those type of things. Hey, I didn't even know that. Got on my baby blue, got my blue. Let me not get distracted. All right. So now when I was writing the book, here we go. I probably had about, I was on the high end at that time writing this book of 70% focusing on the book. I had 2 times a week I was writing the book, and I did nothing but write the book at that particular time. Then the other times I was researching information for the book. And then I was also looking for, publishing. I had to do the, what was the cover going to look like. So it was a lot of time I had to put into getting the book. And it was like 70% of my time, my resources, my money and everything. Because it takes a lot. I'm telling you, it takes a lot to get a book published, even self-published, to get through those things. So I was on the 70% end, everything into the book, and then 30% of my time was doing everything else. Okay, so you're going to have to prioritize. You're going to have to give up some things. But when it comes to reaching that goal, that dream, that aspiration, there's no balance in the goal, the dream, aspiration. But there's balance you can have in the other area if that makes sense. That help you out. Why do I want to tell you that? Because I don't want you to fool yourself and saying, okay, I got a business, right? And then I may have, say, an extracurricular activity, and then I still have my family, and I have to, like today I had to cut the grass. You got to do some maintenance, some clean up things, and I don't want you to think you can take 100% and divide it by all of those things and hit your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Now, eventually you might do it if you do that way, but it's going to take so very long, because everything is going to get equal time. Okay, but if you really want to get there, blood, sweat, and tears. I cried. I'm telling you, sometimes I was crying and writer's block. I couldn't get it right. And sometimes I was trying to edit and get some things. I couldn't think of the concept. And then I had to go through so many different covers to get it right. And it just took a lot of time in order to get there. Anybody ever wrote a book, it's going to take a lot of time to get there. So I had to put in 70%. Here we go. Here's the concept. 70%. There is no balance when it comes to the goal, dream, and aspiration, the business. But then the other part of your life, the other things in your life, you can balance. Okay. So I want to make sure we're on the same page with that, so nobody will get stuck and wonder why it's taking them so long to get their goals, their dreams, aspirations, or get into the next level. And the reason for that is you're probably looking at balance. All right. Forget balance, throw balance out the window, and then you can get there. And even I'm looking over on my bookshelf. There's a gentleman by the name of Grant Cardone, and he's one of the I knew thought leaders, and he has a book. I didn't read the whole book, and I don't always read all the books, but the concept is this. It's called Be Obsessed. Let me get it right. Be obsessed or be average. And the whole concept of the book is, if you're going after something, you have to be obsessive about it. You got to be obsessive about it to almost the point of, just getting on everybody's nerve, because every time somebody see you, you're talking about it. You want to exchange ideas about it. You're putting your money to it, resources, all that. You got to be obsessive about it. Or he says, then you're just going to be average, because you're never going to get there. You're just going to be average like everyone else. And average, I'm equating the be obsessed part to what I talked about, the 70, 80%. And the be average part is the 30% that I use to split up among the other things I had to do. Matter of fact, do me a favor. Don't leave. I'm going to try to do this fast. I'm going to get this book so you can see the title. That's the other thing. So try to do a little more of actually showing the books or giving the information that I'm getting some stuff from. And that'll be very, very helpful. So hold tight real quick. Somebody count it down for me. Give me 3 seconds. I'm back. And look, I know, see, now that I'm so sensitive to things about okay, am I at the right place? Am I at the right time? Am I doing the right things? I notice everything. You may think it may not make a difference. You may think it's coincidence. You may think, well, how is that possible? But there's a thing called the reticular activator system. And what that says is once you have an idea or something on your mind, then everything, you'll be attracted to things or be sensitive to things that help you get to that goal or see that thing. Let me give you a quick example. Before you buy your car, right, you usually don't see all the cars of the model that you buy. But once you buy that car, you see all of them, right? If somebody agree with me, raise your hand. When I first bought my first Beamer, I saw them, but once I brought that Beamer, oh my goodness! When I tell you this again, y'all gonna be like, he's tripping. But this is what it is. When I bought that Beamer, I saw all of them, but not that I see all of them, the Beamers in that make, that model, but then I see all the colors. Now, this is what I'm talking about tonight. Where you're going with this is because my reticular activated system attracts the things to me and bring things to me. Sometimes I see patterns in things that I wouldn't ordinarily do. I wouldn't ordinarily see. So what I'm saying tonight, and this is for me, you may not believe it, you may not agree with it, you may not understand it, but this is for me to let me know that I'm at the right place at the right time because I didn't do any of this before. This is the thing. Remember I said that, okay, I got a baby blue shirt, right? All right, I got a baby blue shirt. My book, Baby Blue, Shades of Blue, right? The Beamer that I'm talking about, it was 323i. That was baby blue, right? That was baby blue. And look, here we go again. The title, I didn't even think about it in this under these things. Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. This is what I was equating that concept to. Why is that important? Just something on the side, but because I'm sensitive to things and concepts and trying to get there, then things usually come to me like that. And those are just signals to let me know that you're on the right path, you're at the right place in the right time. So for you, if things start to line up and you see things and you notice things and they're really maybe, people say, called, like that's serendipity or coincidence, but it really could be a signal to tell you that, hey, you're at the right place, you're at the right time, you're doing the right thing, and stay where you are. Okay, so I went through all that tonight to let you know, hey, once you start focusing, once you start being obsessive about things, once you really laser in, you're going to see things happen like that, just like they did tonight. I have no idea. Everything I did tonight had to do with this color showed up. Let me turn the book around. This color showed up. I have on the color of the book showed up, and the story I was telling you about the Beamer, Baby Blue, is all the same. So I guess that's a little extra nugget tonight to help us out, to get us focused on things, to help us to see things, and to help us let us know when we're on the right path. So it was a lot of information tonight. This is one of the longest videos. I think it may have been the longest videos I did, but because we're evolving, because we're getting better, I just wanted to take a step back, take a deep breath and say, hey, 74, 365, how we doing this? How we be making the shift back to the business page, how we can stay connected, how we can look at not balance within our goals, dreams, or aspirations, but maybe balance in other parts of our life, how to zoom in and focus. And when you see things that you know on the right path, and continue my commitment to do 365 live. So thank you so much. I don't know when you see this video, but as always, we're moving where now? From worry to winning. And I'll see you on the other side.